Alright, in this video, let's learn about conditional statements in Python. So conditional statements are used to make decisions in your program. They let your code choose different actions depending on whether a condition is true or false. So it works just like in real life where we make decisions based on conditions. For example, if you're hungry, eat some food. Otherwise, keep working, right? So in programming also, they let your code decide what actions to take depending on whether the condition is true or false. So it works that way. So the conditional statements are very simple in Python. So it's just a simple English. So let's understand this conditional statements using some examples. So first of all, I'll comment all these print statement. So to write a conditional statements in Python, we use if, elif, and else. Okay. So if, for example, if there is condition, okay, if there is condition, so this is how you write the condition, like this. Okay, in this place you write the condition and we have a colon here. Okay, so then you do something. Okay, and elif. So what is this elif? Elif means it's a combined word of else and if condition true, then do something, else do something else, right? So if there is one more condition, then we use elif, else if. Okay, if not this, then check this another condition. So elif, then another condition. Okay, another condition, and do something else, and we have else. Okay, here also we do something. Okay, so this is just a syntax of conditional statements. So Python supports if, elif, and else. All right, I'll just get rid of this and we'll take some meaningful example. For example, I have a person with the age 18. Okay, I have a person with the age 18. Now I want to decide whether this guy is a minor or adult. Okay, so what you can do is you can check if the age, right, if the age is less than 18. Okay, if the age is less than 18, then he's a minor, right? So you can simply say you are a minor. Okay, so here we are using a if condition, right? So if age is less than 18, we put this colon. Okay, so in other programming like PHP or Java, we use like this, right? In JavaScript also we use like this curly braces, but in Python it is simple. We simply use colon. And one more thing you notice here, there is this, this is a tab space. Okay, this is a tab, it is not a space. Okay, so it's a tab. All right, so this tab means indentation. Okay, so when you add an indentation, this means that this particular code will run only if this condition is true. Okay, if this condition is not true, then this will not run. Okay, so it will go to the next step. Here we will check another else if. Okay, so we can say elif. Okay, so if he is not less than 18, then this condition will not run. It will go to the next line, which is our another condition is equal to, age is equal to 18. So in this case, we can simply say you just became an adult. Okay, you just became an adult because the age is equal to 18, right? So he is actual 18, right? So that means you just became an adult. Now in the else case, okay, in the else case, what is remaining? In the else case, he is an adult, right? Because if this condition fails and if this condition also fails, then the only condition that is left is the person is an adult, right? So that's why we can simply put that in a else block. So I'll say print you are an adult. Okay, you are an adult. Now save it. Now you see the person is 18, right? So let's run it. Let's run this, and you see you just became an adult because the age is equal to 18. Now what if I try to add 25, right? So now you can see you are an adult. Okay, so it is not printing this one, it is not printing this one, it is printing here, because this condition is failing because our age is 25, and this is checking if the age is less than 18, right? So this condition is failing, and also it is checking whether age is equal to 18, also it is failing. Then the only option that is left is this one, you are an adult, which is a age 25. All right, so what is this? I'm seeing some print statement. Okay, I will just remove it. All right, so I want to take another example to check a number. Let's say we have a number, 10, right? Now I want to check if the number is a positive number or a negative number or a zero. Okay, so how you can check if the number, okay, if this number is greater than 0, if this number is greater than 0, then it is positive number. Okay, then it is positive number. Elif, I also, I have another condition to check, that is if the number is less than 0. Okay, if the number is less than 0, then I will simply say negative number, negative number. And last condition, which is for the last condition, you don't have to specifically write the condition. You can simply write else case. Else means if all of these conditions fails, then it will, it will go to the else block. So in here, the only option that is left is the number is 0. The number is 0. Okay, so now if you just run it, we have a number 10, right? This number is a positive number. Now if I say -1, right, -1, then this is negative number. And if it is 0, right, so if I put 0, the number is of course 0. Okay, the number is 0. So that's how you make the program to decide on one or the other thing, right? So there is one more thing in Python that is called nested if condition. Okay, so nested means a condition inside a condition. Okay, so for example, we want to check whether whether the student is passed or not. Okay, depending on what he scored, right? Now there's one more scenario. If the score is good and if that score is above 90, then it is called grade A or distinction. If that score is above 75, then it is grade B, right? Similarly, if the score is 60 or 50, then it is C, right? So in here, what is happening is we are adding multiple checks or multiple if conditions, conditions inside a condition. So that's what we call nested if conditions. Okay, so let's try that. For example, I have a person with a score 87. Okay, I have a person with the score 87. Now first thing I want to check is whether this person is passed or not, right? So if the score is greater than or equal to 40, if the score is greater than or equal to 40, then this means this person is passed. Okay, let's say student is passed. Now else, in the else, I will simply say failed. Okay, he's failed. Okay, now if I run it, if a student is passed, right, let me student is passed, I'll just simply say passed. Okay, passed or failed. Okay, so now because this is 87, it is just passed. Now I want to also check the grade. Okay, so instead of just saying passed, I will simply remove this and I will add one more condition here. Okay, so what is that condition? If, again if condition, if that score, if the score is greater than or equal to 90. Okay, so what is happening here? We have a score 87, right? If this condition is passed now, okay, this condition is true, then the code will go inside this if condition. Inside this first if condition, we have another if condition. So that condition is actually checking if that score, okay, if that score is greater than or equal to 90, then we are printing. Oh, you see here, I did a mistake. See, always you cannot leave this print statement like this, print or anything. If you want this to be inside a if condition, then you have to indent it properly by pressing the tab. Okay, so I made a mistake of, the colon. After colon, I have to come down. Okay, so here I will say it's a grade A. Okay, it's a grade A. Okay, now here there's one more check that we can use is elif. Okay, elif score is greater than or equal to 75. Okay, what if the score is not greater than or equal to 90 and it is greater than or equal to 75? Now this time the grade will become B. Okay, this will be B. Okay, there is one more check we can add. If the score is greater than or equal to 60, put a colon, and this time the student is grade C. Okay, grade C. Now last else, okay, else let's print grade D. Okay, grade D. Now if this condition also gets failed, then this student is failed. Okay, now let's let's clear it up and let's run it, and you can see grade B, because this is 87 and the code is running this line of code. Okay, so because score is greater than or equal to 75, it is greater than 75, but it is not greater than 90. It's 87, right? So that's why this line is running. If I make it 25, then this student is failed. Okay, so this first condition itself is failing. If you make it 62, then you will see this one will run grade C. So this is what we call nested conditions. Okay, so because we have multiple conditions inside a conditions, so that's why it is called nested conditions.